Hi, and welcome to Anthony's Amazing World. We're here today. I will be putting my transmission that I rebuilt back into my 1995 Ford Explorer. So come along with me on this adventure and we'll put this thing back together. Okay, just got about this thing in place. Go up just a little more. All right, now we'll give it a shove. Always a tough part right here. Trying to line up everything. It's up just a smidge too high. Loosen this up a little. There we go. Okay, come on. Mm-hmm. Whoa. I had it in there. Oh, God. Heavy guy. There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. All right. There we go. I'll get my bolts that I have labeled. Start those. Go ahead and start with my bottom ones.
I'll work my way up around on one side. Very top one. Can't see, but yeah, just feel for it. And last one on top.
All right, that should be good. I'll get this out of the way and tighten these bad boys up. I might hit one each side so it won't move on me. We'll do this side real quick. This side. Should be good.
Alright. Go ahead and let this down. Just a little bit there. Now I can get the tops. Reposition this.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and zap the rest of these bolts. Go ahead and do the top ones that are tucked in here.
This top one on this side. Switch over on this side here. Next one. Now I'll move this guy so I can hit the bottom ones real quick.
That one. All right. Now I'll put the starter in. That'll be a little challenge. Pump this back up, give my engine mount less stress here. Actually, put this cross member in too. I might just do that. All right. I'm gonna need a hammer for this, I think. The other thing is, sometimes use a pry bar. Pry these things open a little bit. sometimes that helps if you just do that a little bit. And that's for, nope, wrong way. Looks like I'm getting a hammer. Get a hammer for that. While I'm at it, I'll put the bolts on the bottom bracket here. That'll hold it in place. Oh. I'm going to go get a hammer so I can hammer that in place. Alright, got me a dead blow hammer here.
There we go. I'll get some bolts in there. We'll tighten them up.
Alright, got my bolts. So the long ones I'm going to put through first.
There we go. Go through. There we go. That goes down. Yep. 1, 2. Yep. Put in our little guys. Now I can get this out of the way completely.
I'll use this to put the transfer case up, but for now, get it out of the way. Now I can do the starter. Okay, time to put the starter in. This is a little tricky part. It's kind of a tight squeeze too. Alright. It's in the spot it should be. I'll go ahead and start this bottom one. Top one in. Alright, got it started. Let's see if I can get my little air ratchet in there. This is a little tricky to get up in there. Okay. come back with the wrench and tighten it. All right, start it in. Okay, let's see if we can get the bolts in for the exhaust here. Might be a little tricky. Always tricky with one hand. Oh, all right. I'm gonna have to try to start one by hand or something. Let's see. Start the top one maybe. One side. All right. See if we can get the other side started. There, got them both started. Each side. Let's see if we can get the other one started. One more. There we go. Snug it up on each side. And oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. This thing's set on 3, so let's hammer them down. There's one. There we go. And he's got to be really tight. Alright. Nice and solid now. Even got it welded up. It's not the prettiest, but see right there. Got it welded up. So it was cracked all the way around. Almost all the way around. Hopefully that'll hold up. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and plug my plugs in real quick. One on this side. I got this one that's tucked up way up here. This one's a little tuck. There we go. Gotta make sure they get in there nice and snug. Now I got my hydraulic line. I'm going to go ahead and put that on. With my makeshift Carter pin, because the pin they came with didn't really work too well. So go ahead and put that on. There we go, nice and snug. Now we can move on to the back. Doing the transfer case here. Okay, I'm going to put the transfer case up in there. It's a little challenge here. This up at an angle, kind of. There we go. Now we slide it right in place. That'll stay put. Let this down. Go ahead and put my bolts in. And 4 other ones. Should be able to hit these all with the impact gun real easy. Start them by hand right now. Now I'll set up to get the impact and impact them on. Alright, I'll hit up these bolts here. Probably don't need this long of an extension.
Shorter extension here.
Alright, I got shorter extension here.
A shorter one. For that side, please. whoa. Maybe this one by hand, actually. Only a little bit more to tighten up anyways. By the time I go get the extension, I've done this manually.
Now I plug the plugs in, and we'll move on to the exhaust, the muffler part, back cat. All right, let's go ahead and plug my plugs in. That one, and my speedometer. So that goes up here on top. Go right, slide right in there. All right, that should be good for that. Now we'll do the muffler. Okay, now I'll go ahead and put this front cat on.
There we go. And place there. Put my nuts on. Two that I can't hit. Right, that's about it. Do these ones by hand. Crank on this thing. One more. Just to double check. Now we can move on to the gap shafts.
All right, now I'm ready to put the front drive shaft in. So I'll go like this. Nice and snug. And we got that one, goes right there. Okay, so put our front little straps on in the front. Go right here.
To the other side. There we go.
Do a hand tightening of that. A hand and a little breaker bar. These don't need much. Only like 20 foot-pounds, I believe. Okay, now go ahead and put on the rear here. Okay, I'll go ahead and start this part.
Place here. Start one here. this side. Start the other side. This side here.
Now, same with these. These only need like 20 foot-pounds or something like that. Real small value there. Just kind of crank them down as best I can by hand. Then I check them later after I drove it around. So now we'll move on to the rear. Okay, putting on the rear now. Go ahead and put this up in its place. Something like that. As long as it lines up, be all right. Go. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Get Monday. I'll get this down before it gets too crazy. One more.
I'll see if I can hit him with the gun here, otherwise I might be doing them by hand. One, almost all the way in. Yep, looks like I'll be doing them by hand mostly. I'm getting close, but hit up the rear real quick. These should be a real low torque too, so pretty sure you can do these by hand or with the impact if you can get to it. And that should be good enough. All right, I'm gonna get crowbar so I get this to stop moving on me. Stick it in this side in the somewhere where I can stop this from turning. And then I got those two last nuts to tighten up, and then I can put this thing on the ground. Okay, got the crowbar in position, so it'll stop when I'm cranking it down. Go ahead and do the 2-wrench trick. Torque it down pretty good there. He's like doing it this way so I feel it. There we go. I'll move the crowbar. Turn it around. This other side here. There we go. Same thing. There we go. Make sure those are good and tight. Now I'm going to do the rear too while I'm at it. Go ahead and do the rear right here. Yeah. Hit it a little bit there. There we go. My gun does pretty good for tightening things. I'm going to switch this to the other side. Now, there we go. Last one there. It should be good and tight now. I'll tighten up my two last bolts up under the transmission mount. I'm going to drop it down to the ground, put my stick shift on, and bolt up the battery, and then we'll see if she moves. Okay, let's see if this thing fires up and moves. Come on, dude. All right. All right, she's a runner again. I get her back on the road now. Got my AC back. Oh yeah. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Transmission has been removed, rebuilt, put back together, and put back in the Explorer and running now. If you're wanting to see more content like this, please hit that like share, and subscribe button. And until next time, on the next episode, we'll see you later.